Hello, welcome to Cosmic Love Tarot. The images that I've picked up this evening for you, it feels more of peace. You want to find peace in your heart. I feel that you've gone through a lot in your life experiences and you've got to a point where you've asked the divine, help me, guide me. Please bring me answers because I just need to find peace. Okay. So I'm being drawn to the cards of the Shadow Love, and it feels as if something here is going to help you to see what it is that you need to find peace on. Okay. What has happened in your past that has affected you? Okay, something is being exposed and it's crumbling, and it feels to me what's being exposed is your fragile art, or through your fragile art. It's too open. It's too open, and it's in danger of heartbreak at the moment. What's crumbling around you is what you built. It feels like it's all falling apart. Even though you have the strength and you have the power to rebuild it, you're experienced of that because that's happened to you before, it feels. But what I'm picking up, that your heart is fragile still. And it feels as if it's too open. You're too giving. It feels as if you struggle to say no. You struggle to keep your boundaries strong. You're very giving and forgiving at your own detriment. What you give out, it's not what you get back. And each time you are hurting yourself, because your lesson, your soul lesson, is to love yourself unconditionally. That's what I'm picking up for you, okay? And I'm feeling that you're starting to see that, and that's why you've asked for help. You've asked that you need peace. You need to find some form of peace in your heart. Now, this might be from past experience that you've been too open to be hurt. You've been too kind, too forgiving to be abused. It's the energy I'm picking up. Let's just split that again for a minute. Okay, it was the dark side. It was while you was in shadow. Your dark side keeps you from enjoying the love you have. Don't let it steal your joy. Look how dark it is. And that light above is from the street light. You was in darkness, you was in shadow. So the more that you was giving out, you hadn't learned the importance of self-love, self-respect. And because of that, people abused it. They abused your kindness, your generosity, your patience, your forgiveness. Again, you got exposed. That come out just. Fragile. Your heart is fragile. It's hurting. It's caught up in the past. You have to forgive yourself. Don't have to forgive anybody else. Most importantly, you forgive yourself. It's a lesson. It was a lesson for you. Unpredictable. You never know what they do. Unreliable and a live wire. Exposed again. The vulnerable heart. You've been in a love relationship where they were very unreliable. You never knew where you stood with them. Unpredictable, unreliable and unpredictable. You never knew where you stood with them. You gave your all, even your patience. And they tested you to the hilt. Sorry if I'm sounding a little bit cold, but I don't mean to. When you have the ability to look inside somebody's soul and you see the potential. And because you have that ability to see into someone's soul and to see their potential, you forget about your own potential. And if that person doesn't see their own potential, then they'll carry on doing what they're doing. And in your case, it was always constantly giving. In the other person's case, it was always about taking. And you never knew where you stood. I hope that is making sense. Let's see what's going on in your life. I can feel it. I can feel this energy. It's feeling sad. I feel sad. I'm took this energy on. It's feeling sad. At the same time, it's feeling angry. Bring more clarity, please. Bring clarity. Bring clarity. It's something that you needed to see. You need to see something. I feel that you have already seen it, but maybe you haven't quite let go of it. Because your heart is still fragile. And that needs to be turned towards self-love. Self-nurturing. Mothering yourself. Taking care of yourself. Nurturing yourself. Feeding yourself. Hugging yourself. Looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, I love you. I care for you. Healing the inner child. I feel that it's the inner child woundings that created this fragile art. Let's see. Bring more clarity, please. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just split it. I'm just going to split it. Let's go for it. Okay, let's see. Tangled, unable to free yourself from a sticky situation. Taking a step back helps you to see clearly, and that's what was necessary for you. Negativity. Like a dark cloud above you. You're feeling very depressed and mood swings. It could also be the other person. You know something isn't right. Don't be afraid to find out the truth. It will set you free. It's seeing the truth. Other lovers. Still involved with past cheating secrets of affection. Your life feels like it's crumbling apart or falling apart. And escaping. Love is an emotional escape for you. Be sure that you are getting involved for the right reasons. Picking up a different story here now. Oh, I'm picking up a different story. It could still be the same. Because your heart is so open and it's not protected. Love is an emotional escape. It feels very shadow self. I'm picking up that people who are in need of healing is attracted to your light. And because you've been in shadow, you're not using your discernment, you're using sympathy instead of empathy towards another person. The difference there is when it's sympathy, you take on the other person's emotions. When it's empathy, you only step into their shoes, you feel their emotions and you step back out of it. And because you're caught up in that trap of sympathy, because you're so open, you're caught up into a toxic relationship that is not a benefit for your highest good. You stay stuck. And the energy I'm picking up, if you look here, they're all masculine here. And you've got other lovers here. I hope you can see this clearly on the table. But it feels as if, and there's no gender specific here. This could be a female and masculine energy. Yeah, it could be just that. It feels as if everything is just falling apart. Everything's just going AWOL. I don't know why I'm just saying that, AWOL. Could be somebody that was in the army. That's a lot of energy, a lot of different energies. I'm saying AWOL on that one. Escape. Love is an emotional escape for you. Be sure that you are getting involved for the right reasons. It's like a mission. Helping people. But it's working on your emotions that's not going to be of a benefit when you're looking at it from an open-hearted, where it's too open. You'll be running on just emotion instead of using your logic, your intellect. It can be at your own detriment. That's the energy I'm picking up. I don't know what that is. It's toxic. It's destructive. Could be a relationship or relationships. It's manipulative. It's also gaslighting. Could be where this person just doesn't commit anyway, where they escape. Or escaping from a relationship, gaslighting. Don't hear from them because they're stuck in negativity, extreme moods, depression. A lot of healing needs to happen here. This belongs, I feel, the past, because you've asked for peace, to bring peace to your heart. It takes two. Someone is not committed, incompatible, and conflict. All talk. Wow. I don't know if you, I hope you can see that. All talk. When they've been drinking, all talk. And then they escape. Gaslight. And I feel that this looks very, very, when you look at other loves, it takes two. It feels as if you've either repeated it. You've repeated this throughout your love relationships. You've always given your all in your relationships because you come from an open heart, but that heart is vulnerable. And you give, 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 give. You give to unavailable partners who is toxic, destructive, manipulative, and they leave you. They leave you empty. It feels as if they leave you with a void. And they gaslight. Controlling, needs to be right all the time. Possessive and jealous lovers. They don't accept you, but you would accept them because you see their soul. You see their potential, but they're not able to see yours because they can't even see their own. Cards come up again, bottled up, many unexpressed emotions. It's a time bomb holding back. This could be you or could be a person who you've been thinking about that's in separation, or you're feeling this energy. I feel that this energy is to do with your solar plex. It belongs to the 4D. It belongs to the sacral and the solar plex, and it feels that something needs to be released. It's an emotion that needs to be released for you to shift timelines. You're going through an initiation, it feels. And so I feel as if you've been on your own for a while. It feels as if you've done a lot of healing. But something keeps on being stirred up. I don't know if that's what's going on in the world today. That's stirring up things for you. Bringing up memories of toxicity. And it's triggering something that needs to be released. Tangled web. Justifications caught up. In trance, it's caught up. You're being caught up in what's going on. If you have a look closely to that, it looks like the town's on fire. It's like what's going on in the world today. So much conflict, so much diversion, chaos, anger. That could be what's going on. You're caught up with what's going on in the world today. That's also triggering your past experiences as well. This card's just come up again. Dark side. Your dark side keeps you from enjoying the love you have. Don't let it steal your joy. It's really getting caught up with what's going on. It's keeping you stuck. There's so many twists and turns with situations in your life. What's going on outside of you becomes a trigger of what needs to be released inside of you, vice versa. It needs to be seen. You need to look at it again and start writing down. Use a journal. Start writing down how you feel. You need to release anything that is bothering you, that's outside of you. You're not in control of that. The divine is in control of that. Everything's happening how it's meant to happen. Everything is happening in divine order, divine timing. Everything is being exposed how it's meant to be exposed. Use your discernment of what is going on, because it's just a trigger. It's to trigger you. And if you're triggered while you're in shadow, it's going to stop you from releasing what needs to be released for you to shift onto your next timeline. That's the energy I'm picking up. Fierce temper has too many anger issues and dark moods and abusive. It's very, this could be your masculine counterpart, or it could be the dark, shadowy side to you. That gets you so, when our heart is really open, it's in danger of really getting hurt. And it can create so much anger. Dream worlds, living in a fantasy land, illusions, not real love. Love has to start within. Everything starts within. Whatever happens outside of you is just a reflection of what's going on within you. Getting beyond your back, deceitful and swindling people. Sneaky around you. People that you don't trust. The snakes in the grass. Feel a lot of liars, deceitful, unpredictable, never know what they'll do. Don't trust. Very dark, shadowy self. Again, fragile heart. Too open, in danger of heartbreak. You need to wake up. Sorry for being so blunt, but you have to face the truth. You need peace. You need to find peace in your heart. And the only way you can do that is to heal it, protect it. Self-love is so important. Let's what message from the universe? Prioritise self-healing right now. Put your needs above others for once. It's time to focus on you. Self-healing takes time and a lot of self-love. Remember, open wounds don't heal into scars overnight. Take the time you need in order to feel happier and healthier within yourself. There is no rush. That really clarifies what I've just said. The other card is, what's meant to be yours is already making its way to you. What was never yours is starting to flee from you. With time, it will all make sense. For now, bear the confusion and focus on living fully in the present. Don't let your whole life be, I'll be happy when, be happy now. Don't think that you need to be at a certain point before you become happy. You've got to feel happy now. Why did I just put that there? I just looked underneath the deck, so I've seen it now, so I've got to read it out. Don't lose sight of this truth. You came here to evolve and grow, so it is necessary to experience the difficult times. That's when you will grow the most. There is always light at the end of a dark tunnel. Everything that has happened, everything that you've experienced is because your heart has been so open. People have took advantage of that, but also you're a healer, and so you are a beacon of light, and people are attracted to that, who needs help, who needs healing, and then it becomes that codependence, and it's not true love. It's not true love. It's a fantasy. It's not real love. It's codependency. And what happens is they suck you dry. They drain your energy. It's like vampire that's sucking the living daylights out of you. They're snakes. They choose not to heal because they can't see that they need healing. They are parasites. They're parasites. They're all talk. It's not love. It's lust. Hooked. And ego. It's ego. Ego getting in the way of relationships. Ego belongs to the solar plex. And the ego, healthy ego is all to do with self-empowerment, strength, self-esteem, self-worth. It feels as if she's holding a book there. It feels like holding the book of her life story. You know your life story. You know who you are, but you're still caught up in the trap because your heart is so opened. And you have to protect your heart. It's not saying to close your heart down. It's all about introspection. To start to love yourself, heal yourself. You are your own comfort. Comfort yourself, mother yourself, comfort your inner child. Let your inner child feel safe and secure. Look at yourself in the mirror and say to yourself, I am safe and I am secure. I am loved and I am lovable. Because you know your story, you know you deserve it. You do not deserve these toxic relationships. Chill out like the cat. If you got a cat, but be the cat. Relax and chill out. You might be feeling sleepy, tired. Sleep. Nurture yourself. As you sleep, you're also healing and picking up Arcturian energy is helping you heal from toxicity. You're an empath. I'm feeling you are a starseed, but you haven't quite embraced that because self-love has to come in. Self-love. Okay? Starkeeper, cosmic ancestor, seed the light by staying grounded. Leave that there for a minute. And malfaceted, unique nature, let yourself be seen. This is your higher self that needs to shift out of this toxic environment, toxic energy that's around you, because they're draining you. You've got a mission. You've got an important role to play. That's happening right now. Courageous Peony. It's time to open yourself up to being seen. Time to share your incredible, multifaceted, true nature with the world around you. To uncover and reveal your soul's greatest gifts without wavering. To own your uniqueness without apology. There's a flower on the planet that holds the same qualities that your soul is ready itself to express. Let it inform you. You may have been taught that it's safe to keep your light hidden and your voice small, to hide behind the bushes instead of growing tall. The courageous peony is here to remind you that it is safe to embody all of who you truly are. It's safe to share your voice and to let yourself be seen. At first it may feel uncomfortable and you may be afraid of what others think, but with each passing day it does become easier. Little by little you realise that it draws in those who are meant for you. The experiences you've been longing for arrives at your feet. The more that you turn that open, vulnerable heart back into yourself and love yourself, that is then what you start to create. That's what you manifest into your reality on that timeline. Positive energy, true love will then bounce back. It's like a bouncing cosmic ball, bouncing back, okay? When you don't love yourself and your heart is really open and really vulnerable, it's in a dangerous stage of being manipulated, used, abused to keep your energy low in toxic energy. And the divine needs you to shift. Okay, Star Keeper. Let's see what Star Keeper says. One 10. You're an ancient keeper of the stars, here to anchor and seed your light in your unique way. You're likely being incarnated on earth sometime, dedicated to an era of awakening and bringing about a long-awaited shift in the planet's evolution. We're at the tipping point now. The survival of Earth and all its species is coming to an end. The more grounded that you remain during this transitional period, the more helpful you'll be. The more you tend to the flames of your own heart, the more love you'll anchor into this planet. The wisdom of the stars is imprinted in your soul. The more soul fragments you call home, the more this wisdom is seeded here. You may be called to be a different place in the world to anchor this light, perhaps by taking a trip or living in a certain location. You may also find yourself experiencing awakening symptoms. The more grounded you remain, the more stable Earth's energies will become, and the less reactive humanity will be. You're here for a double mission, to grow as an individual and as part of a larger collective that's bringing about a shift in frequency. Trust that you can be the world, but not of it, and lead a truly glorious life. And that really clarifies with what I said. When you stay in sympathy of the world, in sympathy of other people's situations, you become a beacon to be destroyed, because it's all from toxic energy, low vibe toxic energy. And that is what the Matrix is about. You have to use your discernment, and you have to turn all that love that you give out, you have to turn it back to yourself first, for self-love, self-preservation. It will protect you. And then you are able then to use your empathy for the world and for the human race. So I hope that has brought you some form of clarity for your piece of art, to find peace in your heart. Okay? So God bless you, and thank you for joining me.